Chapter 420, The Eve of Battle. This chapter is updated by Novels.pl. Chankiki sighed and said, based on my current realm, it would take years for me to break into the dawn state of the heaven realm. Seek Sinkong patted Chankiki's shoulders with a smile and said, I think that you'll be able to break into the dawn state of the heaven realm within just 1 month. Eldest brother, can you stop making fun of me? It would be very difficult for me to reach that even if I had 2 more years. Chankiki said in frustration. Huang Yanshan seemed to be neither sad nor happy. She was still as cold as ice, saying, Black glazed spinel is indeed a great treasure. If I can refine half a kilo of spinels, I may be able to practice to the legendary treasured body of water spirit. If such treasures appear in the Kunlun's field, even the Saint Gentries will spend tremendous efforts to seize it. If a treasured body emerged, it was a joyful event even for a Saint Gentry. If 10 or even dozens of treasured bodies could be created at the same time, the Saint Gentry would surely be prosperous for an era after they were fully developed. Zhang Yuochen said, if you practice hard enough, you will surely be able to practice into a treasured body of water spirit. Of course, we must discuss the plan of attacking the Evil Wood Palace now. If we succeed, we can get the purple cloud pat in Deaglewood. Perhaps we may still be able to practice into a treasured body of wood spirit in the future. If we can practice into both the bodies at the same time, isn't it a treasured bodies of double spirit? Chankiki said with excitement. Huang Yanjin glared at him and said, although the treasured bodies of double spirit are much more powerful than the treasured body of water spirit, the difficulty of practice is increased multiple times. Even talented people may not be able to practice it successfully. The rest of the people nodded. Seek Sinkong was a little worried and said, also, there are lots of masters and the array left by the half-saint in the palace. It won't be easy for us to break in. Seek Sinkong's spiritual power was also very strong as he had already reached the 31st level. Therefore, he learned new languages very quickly. He had been communicating with indigenous people in the 5 elements primitive world. He also heard that a half-saint, who had once been born in the Evil Wood Palace, left the mountain protection array. Zhang Yuochen smiled and spoke aloud his plan. Everyone's eyes lit up after hearing it. That is to say, at this current moment, Master Shanhai should have rushed to the New Crescent City, and he isn't in the Evil Wood Palace. Now, it's indeed the best time to attack the Evil Wood Palace. Maybe we can find many good treasures. Chankiki licked his lips and was itching to make a move. Seek Sinkong said, even if you lured Master Shanhai away, there's still a holy array in the Evil Wood Palace. If you forced an attack, I'm afraid we would endure heavy losses. Zhang Yuochen smiled and said, it's not difficult to break the holy array. I'll deal with it. You guys just have to wait for my signal. As soon as the signal comes, you should immediately enter the Evil Wood Palace. You can take away not only the military merits, but also even the treasures in the Evil Wood Palace. After Zhang Yuochen's departure, Chankiki and Seek Sinkong immediately went to gather the students of the Fengling City. Having heard that Zhang Yuochen would personally attack against the Evil Wood Palace, those students were all excited and enthusiastic. Their hearts were burning as they itched to exercise their skills. Zhang Yuochen was one of the 6 great kings of the new generation, known as the descendants of Buddhist emperor, so he would not do anything he's not sure of. Those who followed a king of the new generation would be surely able to take a share of the profits. Not only were there those 15 students who had previously gathered by Chankiki and Seek Sinkong, more people joined the team after hearing the news. The team was growing bigger and stronger. When they arrived at the dark Spilting Mountain where the Evil Wood Palace was located, the number of the students in the troop led by Seek Sinkong and Chankiki had reached more than 40. Each of them was a master of the heaven realm. Zhang Yuochen sat on the shoulder of the monster ape and held a crystal wand. He wore a black cloak with a hood extending from his shoulders to his head. His face was covered and only a yellow-brown old chin could be seen. He even changed his aura to be chilly in order to better mimic Master Long's. Master Mashing had once personally traveled to the demonic ape ridge, hoping to win over Master Longs to be the visiting presbyter of the Evil Wood Palace. At that time, Master Longs refused. Now, Zhang Yuochen intended to pretend as Master Longs to seek refuge in the Evil Wood Palace. After he entered the gate, the first thing he needed to do was to destroy the holy array. If the holy array was broken, it would technically mean that the evil wood palace was already half destroyed. Meanwhile, he must also make sure whether Master Shenhai had really left the evil wood palace or not. Only if Master Shenhai was not there, would he be able to launch an attack against the evil wood palace. Otherwise, he could only back off and change the plan. At night, the air became extremely cold in the dark splitting mountain. After Master Shenhai and Ni Wenlong left, the evil wood palace was heavily guarded. Under the leadership of Master Mashing, the holy array arranged by the patriarch was initiated, and the entire dark splitting mountain was enveloped in the array. A black eagle flapped its wings and flew across the sky. Suddenly, it seemed to crash on an invisible barrier. The light of the array exploded and hit the black eagle, turning it into flying ash. It looked like that a savage bird accidentally hit the holy array and lost its life. Zhang Yuochen looked towards the direction in which the light of the array just flashed. He narrowed his eyes and said to himself, "It's indeed an array arranged by a half-saint. Even a powerhouse of the sixth change of the fish-dragon realm would doomed to die if caught by it." Afterward, he drove several savage birds to hit the array in the mountain in order to test the strength distribution of the array and search for its weak points. After 9 attempts, he finally nodded. He had found the array as long as it was destroyed, the holy array would also shatter. Of course, he must first enter the holy array to destroy the array It's time to go. After a long while, Zhang Yuochen rode the monster ape to the mountain gate of the evil wood palace. When the masters who guarded the mountain gate saw that a ferocious monster ape coming over, all of them were scared and retreated. Among them, a bolder master scolded, saying, "Who are you? Here's the evil wood palace. If you dare to break through the mountain, you will die in the holy array." Zhang Yuochen pulled down his hood and covered his face completely. He held a crystal stave and pointed it toward the gate. Swish! The black glazed crystal inlaid in the top of the crystal stave generated the supernatural power of water nature. The force materialized into an ice spike and flew out. Suddenly, the ice spike collided with the holy array and stopped in the void space. With a bang, the ice spike broke down and turned into wisps of mists. Zhang Yuochen imitated Master Long's voice and laughed raucously. "You've actually initiated the holy array. Did the evil wood palace really get into such deep trouble?" Those masters were anxious and doubtful. Someone had already rushed to report to Master Mashing. There was a stir in the evil wood palace. The masters of the palace rushed out one after another with holy staves in their hands. They cast hostile eyes on Zhang Yuochen and the monster ape in the distance. "Who on earth are you?" A great master, who had reached the completion of Heaven Realm, asked. When he saw that Zhang Yuochen did not answer him, his eyes became stern and he was going to rush out of the holy array to fight Zhang Yuochen. "Stop!" Master Mashing descended from the sky and stopped the great master. Then, he looked at Zhang Yuochen in the distance. He tentatively asked, "Is this Brother Long's?" Master Mashing personally visited Master Long's in the demonic ape ridge, so he was quite familiar with Master Long's aura. Moreover, the monster ape in front of him seemed very powerful. It seemed to have the power to cut the mountain and split the earth. There was only one monster ape that had such cultivation in the Five Elements continent, who could sit on its shoulders other than Master Long's. In fact, masters in the Five Elements continent only knew that there was a terrifying monster ape in demonic ape ridge, but they did not know that Master Long's was his servant. Instead, many people thought that the monster ape was of Master Long's war beast. Even Master Mashing thought so. Hearing Master Mashing's words, all the masters of the evil wood palace were shocked. "What? Is he Master Long's, the owner of demonic ape ridge? It's said that he has profound cultivation and he ranks only second to Master. Don't you know? Master Long's broke through the limit of mortals 50 years ago. He's expected to have already reached the realm of the King of Masters, but no one in the outside world know of this." All the masters of the evil wood palace reacted with a mixture of awe and fear. It was said that he was an eccentric person who had done many evils and killed many people. Who wouldn't be afraid of such a person? Zhang Yuochen had already disguised himself before he came to the evil wood palace. His skin and body shape all changed, and he seemed to be extremely skinny. He was indeed very similar to Master Longs in appearance. It was definitely not easy to cheat people like Master Mashing. It was important to utilize the Monster Ape's momentum. If a person overwhelmed his rivals, the rivals could be paralyzed to some extent. Moreover, Zhang Yuochen firmly believed that the Evil Wood Palace would be looking to work with powerhouses like Master Longs given its current situation. After all, the Evil Wood Palace was at its weakest time after losing two masters. It was nothing else but timely assistance to them that Master Longs came to seek refuge with them. Zhang Yuochen gave a hollow laugh and said, "Brother Mashing, it's been a long time since we saw each other in the Demonic Ape Ridge. Recently, I finally broken through the limits of the mortals and reached the realm of the King of the Master, so I plan to walk around. I wonder if there's any room for me here." Master Mashing was very happy and quickly said, "Brother Longs, you more than welcome here." Master Mashing had no doubt about Zhang Yuochen. Now, the Five Elements primitive world was attacked by the outer demons. Even the Holy Lands of Five Masters struggled to protect themselves. Longs could only survive by depending on the Evil Wood Palace. Also, the Evil Wood Palace now suffered from internal and external problems, and it was short of masters. It was the perfect time to get help from powerhouses like Longs.